Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. This is I Don't Want No Huns. If you are new here, welcome. I'm so glad that you decided to join me. If you are a returning subscriber or a member, welcome back. Thank you so much for being here. Today's video, we are kind of ending February, kicking off March, depending on how quickly I can get this edited. It will either come out end of February, beginning of March. And I decided to do something that a lot of other previous or other creators have done when they are in, when they previously were in an MLM. Boy, I'm having trouble with my words, so let me just dig them. Let's try again. I'm going to do something that I've seen other creators do, and I thought, you know what, this might be really therapeutic for me as well, and also extremely uncomfortable. I am going to be reacting to my old Facebook Lives. Now, unlike a lot of other creators that are doing this, that have done this, I was not by any means a top leader. I posted things on Facebook in an effort to reach the people that I knew, that I was friends with, former students, parents of former students, parents of current students, family members. It was the only way that I really knew how to sell this stuff. So we are going to start with the first live that I did announcing what I did, like the fact that I joined Perfectly Posh, and kind of going through, we're just going to react to it. I already know it's going to be super uncomfortable and super cringe, because I remember that at this point in my life, this will be 4 years ago in June. At this point in my life, I was struggling with my mental health. So let's just put it out there. I was dealing with a lot of anxiety. I was dealing with a habit that was forming that I was tweezing. Like I posted a reel a couple days ago, duetting Elise Myers, talking about these chins. My anxiety had started manifesting itself in tweezing my chin hairs, to the point that if the skin broke, it would scab or there would be zits, and it was a mess under here. I was constantly red, but I would stop what I was doing. I would be at the red light tweezing. I would stop watching TV to go into the bathroom because I felt one to tweeze, and then I would tweeze for like 20 minutes. Anyhow, so I got concerned about this behavior, started to see a therapist again, went to see a psychologist, and there was like a lot of back and forth. And I think I definitely was being misdiagnosed, but the psychologist at the time thought that I might have a very atypical bipolar disorder, because we were also looking at some other behaviors, some other things I was experiencing. And so I was being tested on a whole bunch of different medications, basically. So this is the summer that I was going through that. This is also the summer, we were in the middle of the last presidency. It was 2018. So we were like, not even in the middle. We were like 1 year into what we were seeing unfold with that presidency. And it was just a lot. And, this was also the first time that my son, because I didn't have my daughter yet, my son was going away to his grandmother's, my mother-in-law. She lives out of state. He was going there for 2 full weeks. Normally it was only 1 week. This time he was going for 2 full weeks. So it was the first time that I was feeling like I had my life back for a little bit. I could be myself. I could do what I wanted, but I was also missing my son. I was going through these medication changes. So I was in a super, a vulnerable spot. I was also working a job because I had, I needed extra money. I was not employed at this time, technically. I was working part-time at my previous school. I was back in school full-time to become a teacher. So I had to work during the summers. And that required a lot of traveling because I lived far away. So there was just a lot going on in my life. So I wanted to give that preface that I was definitely in a vulnerable state. And again, the people that recruited me, it was not, I truly believe it was not intentional. So let's just get uncomfortable here. Let's go. Also, I still have this dress. I often wear it in the summers and then sleep in it because it's so comfortable. All right.
Hi friends, I'm in my car. It's been a very odd week, so I thought I'd go live because I just feel like talking about stuff. Dean is on his way to Kentucky, and I have not cried yet. I cried yesterday.
I just want to say, like, I look good. This was almost 4 years ago. I was much skinnier then, and I'm not making a comment about not looking good now. I look fabulous now. Just acknowledging that I like to acknowledge when I believe that I look good, especially in this point. I'm not wearing any makeup. And if you notice, my dark circles are not bad, and it's because Perfectly Posh had that damn Defiant cream that really worked, and this is why, like, that's what hooked me. So anyhow.
Did I cry this morning? I don't think I cried this morning.
Don't I seem a little off?
Amazing. But I cry every year, and I'll be okay. And this is the first year that I have to, like, actually work. And
do you also notice how, like, hoarse my voice sounds? I was also going through great pausing moment. I was also going through a lot of vocal there was a long period of time in my life where I was going through a lot of vocal trauma. I don't know. Just when you teach in general, you use your voice a lot. And one of the best parts about me now working from home is that I don't have to yell over students. I don't have to, like, project my voice so much. So my voice has really had an opportunity to heal, but I just think I sound so incredibly different here because my voice sounds damaged.
I'll be really busy because I'm in rehearsal for Grease, and I'm putting up 2 shows at the exact same time, Annie and Grease, so I'm crazy busy. It's just been a really, really busy week, and a lot has gone on this week, and there's been a lot going on in the news, and my mind has been consumed with what's going on at the border, and what's going on in our own city. I'm just like, and then I had my own, like, personal stuff go on this week that I've just had a weird week. Everything's been nuts. So when Dean left this morning, I got a shower, and I got up and I went to the salon and I got my eyebrows done, and I just had them straighten my hair. I'm not wearing any makeup, so I'm, like, completely fresh face. There's nothing on my face but some moisturizer. And I don't know, I was feeling weird. So I did a thing last night.
So do you notice I've prefaced, and, like, again, these are the types of videos I had seen, and this is the type of mentality that was prevalent at the time and still is. I just basically did a whole introduction talking about how I'm just down. And I was. Things were rough. What was going on June 23rd? On June 19th of 2018, I always forget, like, what year these things happened. Our area, Pittsburgh, a young black man was shot while he was running away from the cops. It was a horrifically tragic thing. I don't remember now the details of what came out later, and it doesn't matter. The boy was scared and running away from the cops, and the cops shot him more than once. I don't remember the exact number at this point, but more than once in the back. Claiming he was a threat, but how is somebody a threat when they're running away from you? Whatever. And he was, like, a really good kid who maybe had fallen into some bad situations. I don't remember, but a lot of my former students knew him, and this set off a series of, like, major protests in Pittsburgh. People were just, like, standing in the middle of the highway, like the parkway, like the main interstate, blocking traffic, protesting, and just things were really tense. So that is what was going on in our hometown. Plus, just, everything else in the world was terrible. But so my point is, I just want to preface that, like, I was in an emotional state, right? Things were going on personally and in Pittsburgh and in the world. My son was leaving for 2 weeks, so I was not in, like, the greatest state. So I set that all up. I set that all up for anyone who's watching this to feel some sort of way about it.
Which is probably the reason I'm even going live, which is just, I'm becoming one of those girls. I'm becoming one of those women that you're probably all going to just roll your eyes at, and that's fine if you do. But I did a thing last night, and I bought into a product, And about 18 months ago, my friend Jackie,
Don't I seem so disappointed in myself that I did it? I'm like, oh, I bought in, I did it, I bought this product.
from college, who my mom did a show with, her dad, she started selling Posh, like face care products and bath and pampering stuff. And so I started buying face wash and bath stuff and eye cream. And ever since then, I stopped wearing makeup pretty much. I don't really wear anything. And I don't buy anything from the store anymore. And so last night I realized I was out of everything. And I realized I was in a funk. And I talked to Jake and I was like, I need to do something different. I don't like what is going on my Facebook. I don't, everything I'm seeing, everything I'm posting. If you're on my Facebook, you're seeing me posting like nothing except like the border and nothing but the things going on in Pittsburgh. And I'm just constantly resharing. And I will continue to do that because it's important and we need to be talking about it. But my mind is consumed with it and I need something to do for myself. And so I decided I'm gonna do this, and not to mention I needed to just buy these products to replenish my supply. So I started a page and I started a business and I'm going to sell these products.
Oh God. Okay. I started a page. I did. So like very similar to how I started this whole thing, because I Don't Want No Hun started where I was like it was like late at night and I couldn't stop thinking about the things I wanted to say. And so like the very next day I was like done. Started a Facebook page, started an Instagram, started YouTube, made my first video, like just did it. Very similar. I have similar behaviors in my life. But notice how like spending on $99 to replenish my supply and then start a business. I believed I was starting a business. I really did believe that. And I believed that sharing soap was going to make my timeline happier. I believed that. I really did. I believed that it was going to make me happier to sell people an overpriced product and then ultimately recruit more people so I can make more money, but I never really made that much money.
And I'd love to share them with you because I've been using them exclusively for the past 18 or so months. This
is one of those moments where I'm like, oh, why did I cut my hair? My hair is so pretty when it's long.
The BFF face wash, and my face has never been clear. My acne is completely cleared up. And if you want to use them, it's...
Okay, so let me just preface, I don't use that stuff anymore. Wow, it's really bright. That sun is killer. I don't use that stuff anymore and my face is still just as clear. I barely use foundation. I just use cover up on my under eyes. Perfectly Posh really tried to push this whole idea of you don't need makeup anymore, which is fine. I think that I look gorgeous like that. I think I look gorgeous like this. I do think the thinner my face looks, the more the prettier I look without makeup. Whatever. That's just a personal thing. You don't need to comment below, but if you want to comment below, it's okay. But I that was the whole thing was refresh your face and go for that natural look. And there's so many products out there that you can get that are cheaper that achieve the same thing.
Super easy to get them. It's just I'll have a website on my page that you'll click, you'll buy them. There's no ordering through me. It's one of the easiest things. It's like Bed Bath & Beyond. Not Bed Bath & Beyond. That's stupid. That's the dumbest thing I've ever
seen. They're bankrupt according to Brooke Banks. Not Bed Bath & Beyond.
It's like Bath & Body Works, except it's, direct sales, but it's easier. And, the reason I bought from Jackie too, it's you can go to Bath & Body Works and you can go to Kmart and Walmart, but all that money is going directly to big corporations. And I like Jackie. Jackie's a cool person. So I wanted to support Jackie.
Oh, God. Oh, again, things I believed that, buying from Bath and Body Works was worse than buying from Perfectly Posh. Oh my God. Oh, guys, just as a reminder, when you buy from Perfectly Posh or any other makeup, skincare, Arbonne, Rodan and Fields, whatever, that money, that the compensation, the percentage that you make does go to the consultant, but it's so expensive because it's all going to the upline, to the CEO. Like it's the same. Oh God.
And you could roll your eyes at multi-level marketing things and be like, these people are annoying, constantly wanting.
The crazy part is that I only thought people were annoyed with us because didn't like it because they were annoying. And I think at this point, I'm like spitting, that was true. But now I'm just like, oh God, like I'm just
and to say like, how, join my team and let me sell you my product. Fine, roll your eyes at those people all you want. I get that. I've been that person. Thanks, Mom. I just got it done because Dean was gone and I wanted to do something for myself. I've been that person. I've rolled my eyes at those people trying to sell me things. But when it comes down to it, I would rather buy a lot of these products are good. Truly, they are.
It's never about the products. And I still believe that. I loved the face wash. I loved all of the stuff. That eye cream that they discontinued was great. It's never about the products, but you can always find something that is the same, similar, for a cheaper price and not part of an MLM.
And, I would rather buy a product that's going to support a mom who is at home working than Walmart. And I'm going to go to Walmart today. I'm going to go to Walmart and I'm going to buy stuff, but I'm not going to buy face cream and I'm not going to buy eye cream. And honestly, the eye cream at Posh, I started using it. I don't know if Jackie, you're probably not watching yet, but I started using that eye cream like 4 months ago. I barely use anything to cover up my dark circles anymore. It's like truly been tremendous.
It was tremendous. And then they discontinued it. They combined it into another eye cream, which you see this happen in multi-level marketing companies all the time. Posh was notorious for this. They would frequently, and I mean very frequently, have flash sales or retirement sales because something was going to be retired. And then we would be told by our uplines, don't worry, if it's retiring, it either means that they're rebranding or reformulating, or they're retiring it to come out with something. Or they're retiring it because they're going to come out with something even better. And they didn't. They didn't come out with something better. They had 3 different types of eye products. They had the Defiant Eye Cream. They had Impish Eyes, which had a metal roller that I kept in the fridge, and I would put it on in the morning, and it helped with the puffiness, and the coolness felt great. And there was one other one, I forget. And they combined all 3 into something called Pickup Lines that just was not the same. It just didn't do what they claimed it was going to do. And we see this happen all the time, and that's how they get you. They're like, "Oh, make sure you stock up on your product because that's gonna be retired, and you'll never get it again." And then, after it's retired, they come out with either the same thing in a different package, or you're actually really disappointed because the one thing that you loved is no longer available. It's so frustrating.
And my boss's son came to work yesterday, and he thought I was in my early 20s. So I've got that going for me. And I'm 32, so great. So, I'm okay. And if I fail, if I'm an utter failure at this, whatever. I'm still going to buy the products forever because they're good. And it lasts me for a long time. So I'm really okay.
Don't you love how this is a lot of people, they go into this being like, if I'm a failure, if I'm an utter failure, why do we believe that? Why? That's the problem. You go into multi-level marketing thinking it's probably not going to be anything. It's going to be a big failure. And then the mega uplines are going to be like, well, that's why you failed, because you went into it with the mindset of failure. No, you go into it with the mindset of failure because almost everybody fails.
With it being what it is, and it's easy to purchase and it's easy to sell. So
yeah, I believed it was easy to purchase because it was the first time that I had run into any MLM where there was your own replicated website. Anything I had bought from before, I had to go through a Facebook group and comment sold. Like if we're talking LuLaRoe stuff, MLMs had not transitioned over to actually being able to just buy from the website. So I was like, oh, this is super cake.
If you're interested and you would like to check out my stuff,
here's the pitch.
Check out the stuff. Posh is awesome. Go to my page, like my page. I've invited like 1,000 people. It'll be mallorygrants.po.sh, and just check it out. If not, it's okay too. I'm not gonna cry about it because I'm still gonna buy it, so it's okay. And just have a great day.
Because I was the customer.
Hey, get me some of that eye cream, right, Mom? It's like, yeah, Mom, you can look 32. It's gonna be okay. I've got plenty of samples of that eye cream. So if you want samples, I'll get you samples. It's great stuff. Mom, you tried that eye cream, right? And it was like super silky, and just look at my eyes, right?
Oh,
my eyes
God.
are awesome. So, yeah. And let's just have a...
Guys, I only had 7 comments. 4 of the 7 were my mom. Like...
Good day. And Dean's gone for 2 weeks, so I'm probably going to go live a lot because I don't know what to do with the rest of my day. Well, I do have rehearsal. I have rehearsal for Grease, so maybe I'll go live at Grease rehearsal. I have Grease rehearsal coming up in about an hour. And then Jake and I are going to Lincoln Park today to see Ragtime, which I'm really excited about. And Dean's gone for 14 days. So what am I supposed to do for 14 days? I'm just going to stare at the wall. No, but I'll go to work. And I started exercising a lot more. Kathy, Wayne, and Delilah made me exercise. I exercise a lot. And after my excursion in the woods yesterday, Thursday,
So that's okay. Are you ready for a story time? That's the day. Okay, so 2 days before this happened. Let me see if I talk about it.
I'm feeling good. I'm exercising and the sun is shining on me. So anyhow, hi Sandy. All right. So hi Kelly. I see you there. And all right, everybody. So
okay, so 2 days before this happened, like I was saying, where I used to live was like 45 minutes from where I worked in the summer. And it was like in a neighborhood of Pittsburgh. So I was driving to work and, I had to be there by 9 a.m. I tried to get there by 10 to 9, whatever. I get to like this one point in my drive and I'm so close. I'm like 4 minutes away if there's no traffic. And there's a bridge I have to get across, and there had been a really bad storm the night before, and a tree had fallen over the bridge, and so the only way to get there was to go like all the way around, back on the parkway, all this way. And the traffic was so backed up. And so my impulsivity, I was like, I gotta get to work. And I was near where my friend was living at the time. So I called her and I was like, is there any way to walk to the park to get to this area? And she's like, I don't think so. And I'm like, well, I'll figure it out. So I just parked my car on like a side street in this neighborhood. And I go to try to walk across the bridge, and a cop stops me and is like, you can't walk, like you literally cannot walk this way. So I'm on my phone looking at the map, trying to see if this park that's there, if I can get from the park to where I need to go. It's like a 1.5 miles away. And I was like, I can walk this. So there's like it doesn't look like there's any way through the woods. And I was like, I'm not going to like traipse through the woods. So I start to go one way. I go up this hill and I keep walking and I'm like, all right, at least I'm going in the right direction. I'm using my phone as a GPS to get there. And I called my boss and I was like, listen, this is the traffic. I'm walking. I parked over here. Can somebody drive me back at the end of the day? She's like, yeah, just get here. It's fine. I got so lost. I was lost in the woods. Then I ended up in a cemetery. And at this point, I'm exhausted. I have no water, no food. I'm in the middle of like a big city, but I'm just lost. I can't figure out from the GPS because then the service went out. It took me like 2.5 hours to walk a mile, well, what should have been a mile, to get to where I needed to go. And I was so distraught and just visibly upset, and I'm like calling my boss going, I don't know where I am. I'm in the middle of the woods. I thought I knew where I was. I'm on a hillside. I can see a creek. Then I end up in a cemetery, and it was traumatic. And I was so frustrated with myself because I was like, why did I think to just park and start walking? When the cop told me you can't go this way, and I clearly was not going to be able to walk the path that I would know to walk, why did I not go, all right, I'm just going to get back in my car and just sit in traffic and then just call my boss and be like, I will be there when I get there. No, I was like, I'm going to walk. I'm going to just keep walking. I'll eventually get there. Because, and here you go, ready? Toxic body positivity. In my brain, I was also going, well, at least I'm exercising. It was so that I get to rehearsal and the kids are like, she made it, because like all of my students knew that I was lost in the woods. It was so bad. And like I was crying because I just felt like, why did I make that choice? Why was this impulse decision? Like, why did this happen? Why did I make this decision? And I couldn't, so then I like called my psychiatrist and I was like, I think I am bipolar. It was a mess. It was a mess. Clearly it's just like a symptom of my ADHD, impulsivity. You just sort of like, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go. But what a disaster. And like finally called my husband. I was like, this is what happened to me today. He goes, you need to come home and have like a drink and we'll just like cuddle on the couch and it'll be okay. And it was, man, what a crazy day that was. And so then the next night, I joined Perfectly Posh.
So like my page, it's called Posh and Dramatics because obviously...
Oh, I changed it later to Dramatically Posh. Posh and Dramatics, good Lord.
I have to work in some sort of dramatic air to this. So, yeah, let's get beautiful. Fresh and beautiful.
Let's get beautiful. Oh, God. All right. 249 views, only 9 comments, 5 of which were my mom. Okay?
Hi, friends.
And then, so I have, if you look here, I have a lot. So I'll probably do a lot more. But if you notice, Pampering Night with Dean and Mommy. Uh-oh. The next part of this series will be showing how I used my son to sell soap and face masks. Oh, God, I can't take it. All right, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this first episode in a series of what I'm going to call Perfectly Cringe. And I hope you all have a great day. And remember our motto, through kindness, education, empathy, and patience, we will create a lasting movement. Everybody keep calm and don't join an MLM. Have a good day.